the rest of their players flanked on from that right-hand side. That right-hand side flank was the winning factor that took down EWOS Phoenix.
Yeah, it was one of those things. I mean, it's again just one of many games that we have tonight. Yeah. I mean, it's Bermuda, it's the first one. The nerves are kind of just unshaken. Everybody's a little, jittery in that sense. But Kalahari will appease everything, right? Everything's going to get better here. It's going to be wide open. We're going to see those massive fights towards the end. I'm super excited for this round 2.
Once again, a super wide open map as the flight path cuts through shrines all the way down between Sub and Stone Ridge, which opens up the full map. Anybody can go wherever they want, but we still get a hot drop at Council Hall. And it looks like Hotshot Esports is going to be meeting LGDS a little too early. But look at Bruce. I love the ideation. Straight off into confinement. So if things do go south for LGDS, they do have a second chance in Bruce.
Oh man, NG already down already. This is going to be a huge one for them. We wanted to be a little bit better, but unfortunately LGDS just keeps running into this brick wall. I think they might be one of the more unlucky teams here, but Hotshot Esports are making sure that they're taking advantage. They do have the numbers. That's the second person that's been knocked down. Yuan is going to be there. Anas is looking for the cleanup here.
Yeah, Hotshot super lucky as they get to meet LGDS only to take 2 elimination points for themselves super early. Roro, as he tries to run away, has been spotted out by Sika as well. Roro down on the ground, and it's all up to Bruce to revive the full squad. Can he get that triple revive? Naguara out in the open field as well as Maxi tags up a player with the AUG. Ana 6'9" goes down as Brad finds him. That MP40 goes in for the strike. Maxi tagged up. Hasuke goes down as well. Hasu, can he stand right back up? There's no backup from the rest of the team members, and Naguara quickly punish Hotshot Esports as soon as they're done with LGDS.
Okay. We would talk about space, but they're like, no. We're going to get into the action. We want to be aggressive. We want to get as many eliminations early as possible. LGDS have suffered much. Bruce is all by himself. He's on the run right now, just trying to find what he can do, trying to, get to safety at some point, right? But Hotshot Esports, yeah, they were the advantage. They did get a decent number of eliminations, but they're now crippled as well. They're at half strength already, so not great situations for these teams early on.
This is going to be a GG right here for Hotshot if LGDS gets the best revenge ever, because Sika is trying to rotate long way around into confinement. Guess who's there? It's Bruce and NG. Bruce and Yuan and Roro. The whole of LGDS is there with arms wide open to welcome Sika into confinement.
Yeah, and Hotshot Esports thought they had advantage. They're like, hey, I thought I eliminated you. No, buddy, I brought him back, and I brought my boys.
Sika!
And Sika's here, trying to go in.
Max 7 responds, but Bruce turns around. MP40 to the chest. Bruce gets the elimination on Sika. Execution of the revenge is perfect. LGDS just had to welcome him with open arms, but there is yet another survivor on the side of Hotshot Esports. 9 teams still standing out there on the battlefield.
Still got a chance, right? It's a chip in a chair. You still got a chance. Make sure that you do it. LGDS are back to full strength. Yeah, they're in like zombie mode right now, but they're fine for now. This is what you need to do. Play a little bit safer. You kind of suffered a little bit in the beginning, but they've gotten a gift, I would say, from Hotshot Esports, so they got something in return. Now it's a matter of getting utility, making sure that you're prepared for the mid to late game.
LGDS playing the game of insurance, and Bruce manages to get that insurance cashed in. All 3 players back in the squad, and LGDS can continue looting up this compound at confinement before, of course, they move on out for the next battle. RRQ, on the other hand, this was something that we talked about. Refinery's their spot. They're going to hold on to yet another mid-segment of the map and hope and pray for that circle to come towards them. Let's see if or not their powers of manifestation will be able to get that done yet again. If 2 in a row, brother, I'm thinking the game just wants RRQ to win.
Yeah, okay. Well, it can happen. The Free Fire gods are fickle in that sense, but I mean, they can be, beneficial to some of the team. So they do have a chance with that. That is actually quite good for them. That's something that they want to do. RRQ, though, are firm control right now of Refinery. They've got it on lockdown, so to speak, but EVOS Phoenix are on the low ground. Do they actually go up? We're going to have to see, especially with the next circle, where teams are going to end up moving.
RRQ, they are breaking apart, spreading out across Refinery. This might be a great thing. This might be a terrible thing. Individually, every single player on the side of RRQ Kazu, they are gifted mechanically within the game of Free Fire. Therefore, they can take those 1v2, 1v3 action, but you cannot take that for granted, because if anybody uses that launch pad to launch themselves straight up towards you and land on that refinement's platform, you might just get backstabbed and you might get caught with your pants down. That's something that RRQ cannot afford, Holla.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you brought up a good point by, yeah, Refinery is a great elevation, but the thing is that there's so much open space that you can get flanked. Like, people can kind of catch you off guard, but it's a matter of getting, you know, sneaking within the wings. Like, it's getting by security, so to speak. Can you get by? We're going to have to find out. But Expand, okay, we talked a little bit about this team. How about you kind of walk us through this team here from MCPS?
Axel's having just a little bit of problems. I guess he did not go for his driving classes recently. No defensive driving classes completed by Axel, but it doesn't really matter because this team gets super aggressive out there on the battlefield, but they're really slow on that wind-up. We saw that they had a good start, but caught with their pants down, they did not have a good positioning within that final circle, and that's something that Expand really needs to focus on within this next matchup. We have seen their runs within the league stage. Once again, slow to wind up, but you have no time to wind up within the planes. It's only 8 rounds. You do or you die, and in the earlier matchup, they got eliminated a little too prematurely, although they did sustain their lives for quite long. It's just that kind of battle.
Yeah, it's that kind of battle, but it's another thing of it's a clash of strategies as well, right? I think Expand is one of the more aggressive teams in the play-ins.
Yes.
I think Magic's squad is another aggressive team that you're going to see, but it's kind of feast or famine. Sometimes it works well, you catch people off guard, you get a whole bunch of eliminations, but sometimes when it doesn't work, it just looks foolish.
And this is one of the weak points of staying up top in these high grounds. Yes, you get the bird's eye view, but it's easier to take that headshot at you when the rest of your opponents are on that lower ground, and it is going to be Naguara with Faku on the right-hand side. He should be able to pop the player on towards his left. Maxi is holding on to the lower ground with that AC-80, and Naguara are forcing this low ground attack, and Yakol gets Legalot, and once you get the eliminator on the side of RRQ out of the equation, the job gets much easier. Naguara, can they yet again take out a Titan from the competition?
That was actually huge. Legaloth is again the main player on RRQ. Taking him out is going to be super important. I mean, yes, they've just respawned him and he's back into it, but RRQ was like, okay, we lost him, we're going to back up, make sure we regroup, we're going to be back at full strength. But Naguara, like, sticking to the wings in terms of this cliff. I don't know if it's the safest place, but they're playing it pretty well because they are catching teams off guard.
And we talked about positioning. Expand this time has a good position. It is smack dab in the middle of Foundation, Bayfront, as well as Refinery. You've got quite a bit of elevation there. The probability that this circle goes towards the middle of the next one is really high. So the position held on here by Expand can just be the saving grace towards the final moments of the game. Question is going to be whether or not they play this safe, whether they play possum, stay quiet, and wait till that final circle, trigger discipline, or they start taking pot shots at everyone around them.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you think you're great in a great spot for the late game. Yeah. But the thing is that everybody else could be coming from all angles. It's one of those things where you decide to maybe, you know, gatekeep on this side, you know, play that, but they're like smack dab in the middle. So it's kind of a weird situation where now you got to check all 360.
Yeah, unlike RRQ Kazu in the previous matchup at Bermuda, they had a compound to work with. These guys only have an elevation and it is super open, right? If a danger zone appears right over them, that's going to be a GG. If someone strolls in with the grenade launcher, that's going to be yet another GG. A lot of things can go wrong for Expand, but it's all about how they manage that situation around them and how they respond to all of those attacks. Obviously, they have not used any of those time turners just yet, so everything is on that activation, just waiting to be popped out. Nothing's on cooldown for them just yet. Naguara Yekol, on the other hand, with the Car 98 in hand, bird's eye view all around, but there is a drone moving in towards him, so his position is going to be given away, but it doesn't seem to be like Naguara is going to be taking on any fights just yet.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, it's a weird sniper's perch there because there's not a whole lot of cover, but LGDS suffering right here. Bruce has been killed as well. I mean, the only people left are zombies, and you can pick up Bruce probably, but it's the situation where LGDS have not been able to just take the fight that they want to take. They're always being ambushed at points.
Multiple glue wall melters here, and Sajid, all of these players from the side of Hotshot Esports have got the right ideation. Yes, those glue walls are being erected, but they melt it down instantaneously. Sajid has got the Mag 7 in hand. Hazuke with the exact same gun. Hasu drops one. Sajid circles around. It's all about the timing here. Can they get the double? Mag 7, Roro just hops on out to meet both of them. NG takes down one. He takes takes down 2, but they all get eliminated as Sajid and Anas turns around and takes them down. Anas 69, final survivor, doesn't even bother picking them up. He runs away.
Yeah, I mean, when you have friends like that, do you really need enemies? I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, they've got 7 kills, 7 eliminations, excuse me, but hey, they've eliminated LGDS. They're out again early. This is a travesty for this team from Taiwan. We expected a lot more, but again, hey, the other teams are going to take advantage of it, and they're, you need as many elimination points as possible.
For now, great play by Anas, but Drax7 from afar gets that final shot. AWM for the win, and unfortunately, Hotshot Esports gets eliminated in the 8th spot.
Okay, Drax, we talked about the fact that he's an initiator. He does rush. He tends to use the shotgun. That's where he wants to be, but maps like Kalahari, you got to change your gameplay, right? And Drax has been able to do that. He does have a sniper. He understands how to help his team in whatever way possible. Give this man a gun. He will get eliminations for you.
SVD in the hands of Drax7. You might as well say goodbye to your chance of a booyah. You need to deal with this guy, especially when he takes those bird eye view positioning on you. And Magic Squad, for the time being, they don't really have a great position just yet, so they try to rotate. Expand, on the other hand, out in the open once again, and RRQ Kazu is going to be their opponents this time around. Axel tags up 1, AWM in hand. Ice grenade maybe goes down. Axel gets a good shot, but no eliminated just yet. X-Roy backstab, and it is going to be the Charge Buster. Pac-Man runs away. Good glue wall erected, but it's a 2v1. Cobra goes in for the hit. Axel takes maybe away for himself, and Roy drops Pac-Man. RRQ eliminated by the one and only Expand. Hell yeah.
Okay, that was actually huge for Expand, right? It's one of those things where they didn't have the greatest match last one, but you took out the #1 team in the sense of points and all of that. You've eliminated them. That is a massive win for Expand. We want to see more of this team, and we want to see them do well, and that's the right way to do it.
And they desperately needed the compound away from RRQ. They were out in the open, so it was a do-or-die moment for the team of Expand, and they got the job done. So MCPS still with strong representation here in the second round. Naguwara, on the other hand, they started off great by eliminating EWOS Phoenix, and I believe that encounter might just happen again as EWOS are rotating in from Bayfront.
Oh, but Magic Squad are right nearby. Oh, this is a weird situation. God Cruz, he's scouting them out. He senses something, and he's kind of just backing off. But Magic Squad were like, they were setting the trap, but God Cruz was like, no, I'm not falling into that one. I'm going to run away. I'm going to run to the edge, make sure that I'm safe. He goes under this bridge, and he does get some shots. He does get hit here.
Yeah, God Cruz, just a couple of tags on him, but 2 players have already rotated deep inside. It's going to be Joanna as well as Get High. Get High. Ice Grenade will force him away from his defense. He pulls out a misplaced glue wall, and that's going to be a little bit of a mess up for him. He doesn't have a lot to work with. Get High jumps up on top. 3 glue walls left in hand. Now make that 2 as he erects yet another one. Joanna from up top. God Cruz now goes down. Drax7 alongside him as well, but the time turner, timely pull out, survives and gets him that 1 advantage.
Oh, God Cruz is down. Drax was down as well. I don't know if they got picked up, but those are actually massive in terms of just losing those players going into this fight. EVOS Phoenix, Joanna's going to back off. He's going to heal. Drax7 is back up. That's the one that you got to be careful about. He's the one that's getting all the kills. You got to find out, draw a beat on him, make sure that you take him out.
Jonah Moshi, 2 more players. What a backstab by Jonah! A couple of tags in. Max 7 and GU goes down as well. Jonah single-handedly eliminating Magic Squad. No! A 3v1 comeback by Magic Squad. GU gets saved as well.
Oh my gosh, EVOS Phoenix eliminated 6th. Who would have expected this out of a previous Free Fire World Series winner and 2nd place? Now, a lot is at stake. This is only the 2nd round. Do they even get to the grand finals at this stage? Still very early to tell at this point, but again, first 2 rounds have not been great for EVOS Phoenix.
And that's exactly why we were discussing just before the start of this broadcast, right, Holler? Yes, we've got a lot of the past statistics on our notes here, but they mean absolutely nothing. You can even be the champion of the world of Free Fire in the past, but in the current, it means absolutely nothing as all of these teams have stepped up their gameplay. Ice Grenade will force Maxi away. AC-80 in hand, and look at the whole squad of MGS just running towards them and laying down each and every single one of those glue walls whilst tossing those ice grenades in at this LATAM squad. Maxi doesn't have much of an option. Bob gets taken down. Team Flash says hello to everyone. Italo knocks Brand down onto the ground. Magic Squad, they only have 1 more to deal with, and they eliminate Naguwara.
Oh, Naguwara. That was like a Free Fire tower defense, right? They were up in the front, and then you saw like the Magic Squad zombies just coming strong at at you. And Magic Squad was coming out the victors. Yes, they lost 2 members, though, but this is something where they've gotten the 8 elimination points. That's huge going into this one, especially since there's only 4 teams left.
Just like that question was asked, at what cost? Magic Squad did not have much of an option. They had to rush in towards Naguara, and I have to say they did it phenomenally well. If it wasn't for Team Flash, they would still have 4 players standing up strong for that final battle. But now Magic Squad just needs to get this done with the duo, and look at who's waiting by the sidelines. It's Team Expand waiting to take a couple of pot shots at Team One and Only Magic Squad. The elimination leaders of this lobby, Italo, has got the SVD in hand. He's just waiting for that opportunity for one of Team Flash's members to show their head so that they can go in for the pop. And Infinity VX, on the other hand, safe and sound in the middle of the circle.
In the middle, but they've got enemies all around. Magic Squad right now have to go on the flank. They're going to go all the way on the right, make sure that they're safe. They've only got 2 members. Magic Squad not in a great position. They need to ensure that the other teams fight and pick off what you can. You're looking for survival from Magic Squad.
Ooh, Axel knocks Shin down onto the ground. Hodge takes 1. Axel secures the elimination. Axel's going ham on the players of Flash, who are trying to get off that high ground. That's not a high ground advantage. That's a high ground disadvantage for Team Flash right now. And Magic Squad takes super quiet here. They've thrown that pixie dust in the mix and Expand doing all of the dirty work for them. Infinity just needs to wait quietly with the grenade launcher in hand and wait for all of these teams to just approach them.
Oh, they're getting approached here, but look at that. Brian goes down. Yanbin is by himself, and this is looking great for Expand as they're looking to go in. Yanbin just trying to stay alive. He's hiding under this blue wall in the corner, but now the enemy team is coming.
9 eliminations so far by the representatives of MCPS. And right up top, Rex Roy with the charge buster in hand. Team Flash goes down. Wonderful nade by Too Fast. Backstab by Cobra. King Eliminator. Magic Squad out of the equation. The Malaysians are going berserk. And they want to go in for Infinity as well. M1887. Cobra picks up yet another. And the whole squad of Expand going ham. 12 eliminations so far. They want to outdo the one and only RRQ. And they are about to get it done, but Infinity responds well.
Infinity, I mean, they responded well there, but oh my God! X-Men with a booyah in round 2. Who expected that one?
Wow! Freaking ban! You gotta get it done for MCPS. That was the message sent out to the boys, and they get the job done. Regardless of the adversity they faced in match number 1, brother, they bounced right back, and Cobra was the king of the shotgun in that position. And just when you thought all was lost, one final surviving team member of Expand saves the day for them. And can we talk about that God nade from the side of Too Fast that just did Magic Squad in?
It's just an amazing play there. They were super aggressive. They were well coordinated. They were sticking together. Almost everything that they were doing was just on another level. Very smart play. But let's check out the highlights from round 2, Kalahari. Expand slayed the beast of round 1 in RRQ. That was the first team elimination that they got. They set themselves up. That is a huge momentum boost, and it just kind of escalated from there, and they got so many eliminations that game.
It's so important to remove the Titan from the equation, because you know the Titans are going to be stealing away all of those elimination points that could do your team a lot of good. And it seems like Expand caught on to that point extremely fast. There was no way of knowing exactly who they're going up against out there on the battlefield. it was all a mix of, do I need to take this fight, yes or no? Can I afford to walk away? At that point, Expand, they were out in the open. They had no choice. And RRQ, they had a good defensive compound. Expand just knew if they want to survive into that final circle, I'm sorry, whoever you are, we gotta take you down. They didn't know, they surely didn't care. They got the job done.
They got the job done, they did it in style, and they got more than one team in this one. We're gonna have to see the match standings. That's gonna be coming up soon, but my gosh, Expand really showing what they did in MCPS, and they bringing it, and that aggressive play, the meta is here, and let's just check out the match standings here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Malaysia's gonna be standing up proud as Expand hits the massive 28 points to equalize the performance of RRQ Kazu in that first matchup. 16 total eliminations. Say hello to my Booyah and my 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, but Magic Squad is second place. This is a team that's kind of, yeah, they haven't gotten the Booyahs yet, but they're still top 3, top 4. I mean, even going in. Magic Squad, again, a team that you need to be careful about. 8 eliminations is no small feat, but Hotshot Esports, this is a good team. This is a team that's looking to prove themselves. They're the sole Pakistani team. They're stuck in the play-ins. They have to make their way to the grand final.
Yeah, let's see if or not Naguara will be able to continue climbing up the leaderboard, because so far they've been stuck somewhere around the mid-segment of the overall leaderboards, which isn't going to be serving them all that too well. Question is, though, does Magic Squad take that #1 spot away because of their consistency? Although they haven't hit that Booyah just yet, doing decently well over all of the rounds, should be able to get you up to the top 35 points, and the Brazilians are running the show at the moment, but they gotta pick one of those Booyah up for themselves within the next 2 maps if they want to keep on to that spot, because the rest of the teams are slowly waking up, Holla.
Yeah, you think that they're under the radar, but they're getting so many points being in the top 3, Magic Squad that is, and they're the top dog at this point. Yes, I mean, tiebreakers might happen in terms of Booyahs. We're gonna have to see if that one plays in, but Expand and RRQ almost had a role reversal, like a fortune, so to speak, in the sense that they kind of flip-flopped in that sense. Expand didn't have a great round 1. They had a great round 2, and they're back into this one. But Naguara, consistent as well. Team Flash, another team that's kind of neck and neck, but man, it's still very close.
Yeah, apologies, by the way. Expand did not equalize the record of Magic Squad. They beat their record, because Magic Squad picked up 24 in that first round. Expand showed that not only they can get the job done, they can get the job done better. Expand with a 28, a total of 33. If it wasn't for that bomb out of a round, they could be up slightly higher. But your MVP, the Grenadier of the event, the one and only Too Fast, his favorite gun, the Groza, out there on the battlefield. But it was those God nades that took my attention.
All right, Too Fast, Too Furious, 5 eliminations. This guy was on another level. He was playing very aggressive. The team was just like storming in, and that's what we want to see from Expand. We want to see that aggressive play, because it's the most exciting to watch, things that can happen, but they did it without really losing anybody.
Yeah, man. I mean, and if you've got the Groza in your hand, one of the best guns to have out there on the battlefield, you are going to be able to pick up some good ones for yourself. But look at this. 2 players from the side of Expand managing to get that top spot on the game leaders this time around. AWM eliminations from the side of the Axel gets him 5 eliminations through the Groza for Too Fast. Those grenades helped out as well. Italo keeping up with the rest of the squad here with 4 eliminations out of his Mag 7. That's shotgun spicy.
Okay, Italo's his highest placing in terms of previous Free Fire World Series, Free Fire Leagues, is that he was 10th. So being able to get into this situation has put him in a great spot. He's also the headshot killer. Got a ton from that. Magic Squad are mechanically sound. They get a ton of headshots. But Sika, on the other hand, precision shooter, 51%. That is quite high.
Staying true to his name, 6 shots, 6 accuracy. Sika always delivers. Drag 7 though, perfect plays with all of those time turners. Chrono, damage block, a total of 488. That saves multiple lives right there, Holler. And of course, Too Fast, the king of assists, not just eliminations out there. This guy was doing so much for the squad out.
Helping the team, that's all you want to do. You get in those eliminations, you're doing a lot of damage, making sure that your teams are doing well in terms of just capitalizing on the damage that you're doing. The worst part is doing a lot of damage and having them just slither away, right? And it's surviving. That's the worst.
And you know, you saw the change of pace by Expand. And once again, this is the team that winds up slow. And they wound up slow perfectly well for this next match in Kalahari. But as we push on into Purgatory, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are we gonna see the first water circle of the day? That's my question.
Still very early. We're going to have to find out with Purgatory. That one is going to be coming up next. But again, we have so much free fire left to, to play out, right? We have 6 more matches. This is going to go the distance. I mean, if their teams are going to constantly flip-flop and it's going to be super close, that's exactly what we want to see because we want to get to that 8th round and have it as close as possible for the end of this.
And of course, the teams definitely don't want that. I mean, if you're
I want it. That's all that matters.
If you're Expand, they want a landslide victory for themselves. But of course, it's not gonna be that easy. As you can see, round after round, we're having different teams wake up. Different teams show us what they're capable of out there on the battlefield. But you want to be more like Magic Squad. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to do too little. You want to do just enough to dominate the leaderboard, or at the very least, keep things spicy and take over at the very end.
Yeah, you want to keep it spicy, but again, let's talk a little bit about the host team, Evos Phoenix. Not a good showing. They don't even have double-digit points after 2 rounds. That is an absolute travesty. I was talking to the Tycasters just earlier, right before the show, and they were like, no, this is the #1 team. Obviously, there's a little bit of bias in that, but I expected it as well. Evos Phoenix to be the top 3, and they're nowhere near that.
I mean, you have to blame Evos Phoenix for this.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm not talking about strategy. I'm just talking about the luck part. They wished everybody good luck except themselves. Brother, they should have given themselves some of that luck as well. Look at what everybody else is doing with it.
Okay, so this is one of those things where you don't say good luck. You just say, hey, I hope your luck is average. Because it's not like good luck or bad luck. It's
good luck,
like,
everyone.
Hey,
may you win the booyah. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, this journey is not going to be easy, and clearly Evos Phoenix is feeling it. We're going to take a quick short break. When we come back, it's going to be match number 3 at Purgatory.